Where is it? Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Gravitate. I'm Commander Josky, and we'll be doing some more mining and looking at the codex or listening to it. Fleet carriers on the horizon. Brewer Corporation released an update, and it looks like that will be in June 9. Okay. Okay. Got it. So we have the codex, we have the knowledge base, and over here so I'll probably just, I'll go down the top. So we'll just add Thargoids. From the top, we'll add Guardians. From the top. Again. We'll add that. We'll add the Dark Wheel and Raxla. Okay. Then just hit play.
The Thargoids. Human Thargoid contact. The Thargoids are a non-human race with a history of hostility towards humanity. The first recorded encounter with a Thargoid ship took place in 2849, although earlier undocumented encounters are believed to have taken place. In the years that followed, contact with lone Thargoid vessels was intermittently reported. Humanity clashed with the Thargoids in the 32nd century, but details of the conflict remained scarce for many years, and it proved difficult to differentiate authentic accounts of Thargoid encounters from the sensationalist media stories of the time. The discovery of abandoned intergalactic Naval Reserve arm bases in 3303 did much to dispel the fog, however. The INRA, a joint federal imperial initiative established in 3193, was responsible for researching the Thargoids and developing technologies to counter their aggression. But the organization's lack of accountability meant that the details of its research did not come to light until years after its dissolution. Almost all of the reliable data concerning the Thargoids has been sourced from INRA facilities. This data, originally deemed highly confidential, was declassified in 3304, following a resolution from the federal government and an imperial decree. Some controversy over the backing and funding of the INRA remains, however. The Guardian.
Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe it got removed. There was... There was a settings. Other than audio. Okay. That's not here. Okay. Controls, graphics, audio. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's wave scanner volume, that's handy. Here we go. Alright. Playlist volume. Okay. Ship voice. Okay. So we could do limpets. And you can turn it off. Okay, this way when I'm mining and listening to the, when we are listening to the codecs, patch breaker, collector, switch off all these limpet reminders. Okay. Alright. And then frame shift. Orbital flight gauge. Okay. Alright, those are grouped up. Ship voice volume. Let's try... Let's do ship voice volume. Let me go back to limpets. Alright, let's go over here, ship voice volume, and then see if it plays the, see if we can still hear the...
Introduction. The Guardians were a non-human race that occupied a large area of space several million years ago.
Nice.
At its height, the Guardian civilization was technologically superior to human civilization of the 33rd century and occupied an area of roughly equivalent size. The Guardians endured as a spacefaring civilization for at least 8,000 years before being destabilized by a lengthy civil war. The surviving
years.
Guardians were then destroyed by artificially intelligent machines of their own creation. The galaxy contains the ruins of dozens of Guardian settlements, and data logs recovered from these sites have allowed humanity to compile a remarkably detailed picture of Guardian society. Corporations. The grandest society of merchants in the universe. Self-applied description of the East India Company, 1600 to 1708. Corporations. Introduction. During the centuries in which humanity was confined to a single planet, corporations were naturally limited in size and influence, like fish in a bowl. With access to a finite quantity of natural resources and a relatively small arena in which to compete, corporations could not achieve their full theoretical potential. But with the advent of interstellar travel, the fishbowl became an ocean. Corporations could access and exploit entire planets for their mineral resources, and an expanding population, eagerly colonizing system after system, meant a growing customer base. To the governments of the time, the potential for corporate growth was both thrilling and terrifying. Commercial prosperity meant increased tax revenue and higher employment figures, but also raised the worrying prospect of security fleets that could rival the official militaries. It seemed inevitable that the largest corporations would, in time, become the equivalent of nation-states in their own right. With the old restrictions gone, there was simply nothing to stop them. Today, this vision has been partly fulfilled, with several corporations owning entire systems. For many corporate employees, the age-old distinction between a home and a workplace has vanished. Corporate-owned ships, refineries, and outposts can expect to spend their entire lives in the embrace of the company. Despite their immense wealth and power, the corporations have thus far been content to operate within and remain subject to the jurisdictions of the Alliance, Empire, and Federation, rather than mount a serious challenge to any of them. Commentators point to two reasons for this. Firstly, corporations thrive by excelling in their chosen fields, and assuming the onerous responsibilities of a government would be a wasteful distraction from the corporate mission. Secondly, given that the corporations already hold much of the real power, especially in the Federation, there is nothing to be gained by abolishing the convenient veneer of the state. Better to operate below the surface, make a show of compliance, and trust in the power to smooth the way forward. The Dark Wheel.
I've never met them.
Pirates.
well known the stories are.
The Dark Wheel.
Oh, they're out there, all right. I've never met them, but I know they're out there. Think about how well known the stories are. Now think about how easy it would be for some 2-bit band of hucksters to pass themselves off as the Dark Wheel and start trading on their reputation. Doesn't happen, does it? Not for long, anyway. Whenever someone tries to usurp the Dark Wheel name, sooner or later they get quietly shut down. And that's how I know.
Felicity Farseer, Explorer. The Dark Wheel is the name given to a legendary group of adventurers, explorers, investigators, and treasure hunters, the existence of which is so lacking in corroborative evidence that it is generally considered a myth. The group is often mentioned in connection with the equally unsubstantiated Raxxla. Those who believe in the existence of the Dark Wheel consider it to be a continuous clandestine organization. This is the very early days of interstellar travel. According to the law, only a handful of the bravest and most competent pilots of each generation are honored with an invitation to join the group. It is a futile attempt to contact the Dark Wheel on one's own initiative. However, it is always they who initiate contact, initially in disguise, revealing their true identity only once a suitable test of courage and skill has been discreetly administered and passed. Opposing theories assert that new members are selected on the basis of lineage, with existing members covertly training their children and revealing the fact of their membership only when the child is ready. Conversely, some members are believed to go to great lengths to prevent their children from ever becoming involved, since the group's secrets are dangerous. According to the self-professed Dark Wheel expert Lita Crane, a conspiracy theorist and people's journalist, who has painstakingly assembled an archive of relevant data, the original group was based in a disused starport, orbiting in blue of an unnamed station. Hence wheel and operated with a minimal power output so as to avoid detection, hence dark. Crane believes that this starport is still in use and is the only means whereby the genuine Dark Wheel can verify its identity. New inductees can examine the records and artifacts preserved there, and satisfy themselves that the group has indeed been operating for centuries. No such starport has ever been found, however, and rival experts have accused Crane of forging her evidence in order to maintain the revenue from her billions of followers. Over the years, many people have claimed to be members of the Dark Wheel, to have identified some or all of the group's members, or to have discovered the group's location. But the contradictory nature of these claims suggests that most of them, if not all, are untrue. In 3300, a group identifying itself as the Dark Wheel emerged in the Shinrata Desra system, which is not accessible to pilots of lower than elite rank. It is not apparent if the group is a legitimate descendant of the original Dark Wheel, a reconstruction, or merely an opportunistic imitator. Raxxla. To the jewel that burns on the brow of the Mother of Galaxies, to the whisperer in witch space, the siren of the deepest void, the parent's grief, the lover's woe, and the yearning of our vagabond hearts. To Raxxla! Alleged toast of the Dark Wheel. The legend of Raxxla has been circulating, in whispers, for centuries. The quest for this mysterious place, the location of which is a deadly secret, was said to be the principal aim of the Dark Wheel, a putative fraternity of legend chasers from the early days of interstellar travel. The earliest recorded mention of Raxxla dates from 2296, from the journal of Art Tornqvist, a shipboard mechanic based in the Tau Ceti system. He writes, Cora comes home, soused and raving with wild stories, a new one every night. She claims she's found a map to some pirate stash, and all I have to do is loan her my ship so we can go dig it up. Maybe we should go find Raxler while we're at it. Although Torquist's account is the first known attestation of Raxler, it is clear from context that the myth was already in circulation. It is extremely difficult to find consistency among the various fragmentary rumors of Raxler. Much like the ancient myths of Atlantis, El Dorado, and the kingdom of Prester John, interpretations of the story range from the skeptical to the outlandish. Raxler has been suggested to be anything from an unremarkable thing to a state of cosmic enlightenment. The earliest documented stories tend to agree on several points. But Raxler is a definite place, and that it holds a mystical secret. Several versions of the Raxler story mention an alien artifact, Yorfula's Rift, described as a gateway or tunnel through which parallel universes can be accessed. These details, however, relate to shows that bear a striking resemblance to the children's story Princess the Spiraling Stars, and credibility. Undaunted, some The Seekers insisted that the story's author had cunningly concealed facts about the mysterious locale in his book, as hints for those with eyes to see. Students of Raxler lore have noted that the legend exerts a strange, potent fascination on the minds of seekers. Commentators have compared this sensation to Fernway, the uncountable longing for a place one has never seen. More than one interstellar treasure seeker has become obsessed with Raxler to the exclusion of all other dreams and spent his or her entire life in a futile search for it. Raxler also plays a role in several conspiracy theories, most of which attest that it has already been discovered by some kind of sinister cabal or some tyrant, which has leveraged its power to establish covert dominance over humanity. Whatever the truth of the matter, one thing remains irrefutable. The legend of Raxler continues to inspire explorers and conspiracy theorists to this day. The Thargoids. Human Thargoid contact. The Thargoids are a non-human race with a history of hostility towards humanity. The first recorded encounter with a Thargoid ship took place
difficult to do the mining and the codex at the same time. Wondering if mining near the drop-in spot for the low temperature diamond hotspot, the mining area. Wondering if staying close to there is viable.
The Thargoids. Human Thargoid contact. The Thargoids are a non-human race with a history of hostility towards humanity. The first recorded encounter with a Thargoid ship took place.
So we'll just go down the list here. Just grab the second one. There we go. And we'll listen to that again. Why? Society, okay.
The Thargoids. Society. The INRA discovered that Thargoid society is organized into hives, with most Thargoids falling into 3 categories: queens, princesses, and drones. Queens function as reproducers, while drones serve to maintain a favorable environment for the rest of the hive. Thargoid hives can be vast, although it may be that some observed groups are in fact multiple overlapping hives. Ultimately, little is known for sure.
Okay. We want less. We want less that. More of that.
The average Thargoid queen is at least a... The Thargoids. Society. The INRA discovered that Thargoid society is organized into hives, with most Thargoids falling into 3 categories: queens, princesses, and drones. Queens function as reproducers, while drones serve to maintain a favorable environment for the rest of the hive. Thargoid hives can be vast, although it may be that some of the larger observed groups are in fact multiple overlapping hives. Ultimately, little is known for sure. The average Thargoid queen is at least as intelligent as a human being, while the typical drone possesses a more rudimentary intelligence. Existing evidence suggests that queens have extremely long lifespans, living for hundreds or even thousands
I got
of years.
a friend
The
request.
variable size of a queen's neurocraniums suggests this might be an indicator of age. Little is known about the precise nature of Thargoid reproduction, but it is likely that queens can reproduce.
That's pretty interesting stuff there. Okay, let me see this now. This is important. Pending invites. I saw... Vorko Sigma. Let me see. Would it be? Oh, it's because I'm in solo. One pending. Local. What? What just happened? Don't do that. Engineers. If I switch out, there's gonna be pirates. That's got a fragment there. Excuse me. Oh, wow. And fragments. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Really good. Okay. Let's see, this one's coming around. Right. Wait for it. Whoa, slow down. Wait. Let's get away. I can't believe I missed that. All right. Get some collectors out. Okay, now. All right. This is gonna come around. Might be spinning too fast. Losing time here. Got it. Nope, I'm not hitting the broadside of a barn. Alright. Let's, oh well. So much for that. That's a huge time sink on this thing. I'll just take the 31% and get out. Oh well. I think it's just spinning too fast. It could be there for an hour and not break off one fragment.
Used both sexually with other queens. The Thargoids Society. The INRA discovered that Thargoid society is organized into hives, with most Thargoids falling into three categories: queens, princesses, and drones. Queens function as reproducers, while drones serve to maintain a favorable environment for the rest of the hive. Thargoid hives can be vast, although it may be that some of the larger observed groups are in fact multiple, overlapping hives. Ultimately, little is known for sure. The average Thargoid queen is at least as intelligent as a human being, while the typical drone possesses a more rudimentary level of intelligence. Existing evidence suggests that queens have extremely long lifespans, living for hundreds or even thousands of years. The variable size of queens' neurocraniums suggests this might be an indicator of age. Little is known about the precise nature of Thargoid reproduction, but it is likely that queens can reproduce both sexually, with other queens, and asexually. It is thought that the latter method produces drones, while the former produces a new queen. Analysis of Thargoid specimens led some INRA researchers to believe that a new queen, or princess, becomes a full queen only once it has produced drones of its own. Significantly, queens are believed to be single-sex. The Thargoid's ability to reproduce asexually means that their populations can expand incredibly quickly. But it is thought that they deliberately restrict the size of the populace so as to not to deplete all available resources. There is evidence to suggest that this is sometimes achieved by culling older drones. INRA testing indicated that queens perceive drones as entirely expendable, presumably due to the ease with which they can be replaced. Indeed, a Thargoid queen appears to give no more thought to the loss of a drone than a human would an eyelash. The Guardians. Early history. The Guardian Society originally consisted of groups of pack hunters who banded together for mutual protection before organizing themselves into clans. Even at this stage, the Guardians were highly intelligent, and they developed sophisticated hunting strategies that quickly saw them become their planet's apex predator. The Guardians' nascent civilization consisted of two discrete ethnic groups, one based primarily in the south of the planet and one in the north. As these groups expanded, they began to encroach on each other's territory, leading to a conflict that quickly blossomed into civil war. The Northern Clan, despite being the smaller of the two groups, overcame their enemy swiftly and with minimal bloodshed, bringing the entirety of the Guardian civilization under their leadership. In the centuries that followed, the Guardian Society developed rapidly, Despite their warlike instincts, the Guardians possessed a remarkable capacity for collaboration and compromise. Their willingness to defer immediate gains in favor of lasting societal benefits allowed them to establish a stable, mutually cooperative society that was to remain peaceful and prosperous for thousands of years. Corporations. The Achilles Corporation. Optimize, iterate, refine. Achilles is the market leader in computer technology and is particularly noted for developing the reliable, efficient navigation computers used by most starships. The fear of a hyperspace misjump following a computer malfunction, a nightmare scenario that Achilles capitalized on in its advertising, helped to cultivate strong brand loyalty in the company's early days. Achilles is also a pioneer in the field of robotics, meaning it has long been hampered by the interstellar ban on the development of self-aware artificial intelligence. In the late 3200s, rumors surfaced that the corporation was attempting to circumvent these restrictions by placing organically grown brains in robotic bodies. No evidence of any such activity has come to light, and Achilles board members have not deigned to dignify the rumors with a response. There has also been speculation the company's leaders are extensively cybernetically enhanced, given their history of uncompromising takeovers and corporate machinations. Even their open business operations are characterized by ruthless efficiency, while their private dealings are rumored to involve everything from the blackmail of rival executives to assassination. Achilles' official line is that these rumors are sheer fantasy and a predictable, envious response to success. Nonetheless, the rumors persist, and Achilles' reputation is now so daunting that smaller corporations will roll over at the first sign of a takeover bid, rather than attempt to negotiate for better terms. Nobody wants to become the subject of a career-ending rumor. Raxler. To the jewel that burns on the brow of the mother of galaxies, to the whisperer in witch space, the siren of the deepest void, the parent's grief, the lover's woe, and the yearning of our vagabond heart. To Raxler, alleged toast of the Dark Wheel. The legend of Raxler has been circulating in whispers for centuries. The quest for this mysterious place, the location of which is a deadly secret, was said to be the principal aim of the Dark Wheel, a putative fraternity of legend chasers from the early days of interstellar travel. The earliest recorded mention of Raxler dates from 2296, from the journal of Art Tornquist, a shipboard mechanic based in the Tau Ceti system. He writes, Cora comes home, soused and raving with wild stories, a new one every night. She claims she's found a map to some pirate statue. All I have to do is loan her my ship so we can go dig it up. Maybe we should go find Raxler while we're at it. Although Tornquist's account is the first known attestation of Raxler, it is clear from context that the myth was already in circulation. It is extremely difficult to find consistency among the various fragmentary rumors of Raxler. Much like the ancient myths of Atlantis, El Dorado, and the kingdom of Prester John, interpretations of the story range from the skeptical to the outlandish. Raxler has been suggested to be anything from an unremarkable moon to a state of cosmic enlightenment. The earliest documented stories tend to agree on several points, however. That Raxler is a definite place and that it holds a mystical secret. Several versions of the Raxler story mention an alien artifact, the Ophilis Rift, described as a gateway or tunnel through which parallel universes can be accessed. These details, however, were later shown to bear a striking resemblance to the children's story, Princess Astrophel and the Spiraling Stars, and soon lost credibility. Undaunted, some Raxxla seekers insisted that the story's author had cunningly concealed facts about the mysterious locale in his book, as hints for those with eyes to see. Students of Raxxla lore have noted that the legend exerts a strangely potent fascination on the minds of seekers. Commentators have compared this sensation to Fernway, the uncountable longing for a place one has never seen. More than one interstellar treasure seeker has become obsessed with Raxxla to the exclusion of all other dreams, and spent his or her entire life in a futile search for it. Raxxla also plays a role in several conspiracy theories, most of which attest that it has already been discovered by some kind of sinister cabal or sole tyrant, which has leveraged its power to establish covert dominance over humanity. Whatever the truth of the matter, one thing remains irrefutable. The legend of Raxxla continues to inspire explorers and conspiracy theorists to this day.
35 on medium. Wonder what that other one's got. Oh. There's one right there, too. Good haul. Pretty good haul compared to what I've been getting lately. I will definitely emulate what I did today and stay that course. Definitely stay that course. Yep, for sure. Might lose a few limpets on this one. It's got quite a spin to it. Oh. Spinning fast. Alright, got it mined. Okay, looking good. Yep. Okay. Lot to choose from here. May not make it. Okay, we got 7. And that one's got 7. This one's got 8. So I'll just use that one as a way to go left. The other one's spinning too fast for whatever percentage that is. Just leave it alone. And that paid off. 14 at medium's better than what the other one had. We're out of there. Get this one of mine. It's got one behind it. Alright, so let's check prices. Uh-oh. Haven't seen that message in a while. Hopefully I'm not losing fragments. I've got limpets out. Okay, there we go. Wow, there it goes. A lot of backlog. A lot of fragments in the queue there. Canisters, limpets. Oh yeah, right. Alright. Okay, 155 is really... I haven't done that in a while. So... well, time to go to market, I think. Let's see what's going on out there. What's going on in the markets? I'll just... getting it. Oh, there go the limpets. Okay. Right. Okay, there's 1 million a ton. Ooh. Oh, 300 out. Dang. Chewing. Calm. 80 light years out. Alright, so we will, and then that is, been there before. What's that for? Bach. Three jumps. So, that being said, 3 jumps. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be that one. It's my next target. That one was directly behind it. And there you have it. That's the one that was behind the other one. Okay. All right. Let's refresh the limpets. Get this mined out. Very good. Now let's see if they can pull it off. It's got a good spin to it. Looking good. Okay. Nice to be 3 jumps away from a potential cell station. Market. Can kind of, and not only that, find some good ones right at the end here. It's going really well. going very good. Come on. Got 7% left. There we go. Okay, fuel, 3 jumps. I think I can make that too. 166. Wow, this is really good. Okay. Very, very good. Right in this. That one. I was able to mine towards the planet without getting disoriented too much. A few times I couldn't see it. I just kind of kept going, you know. We are right by the other one. Yeah. Time check. Okay. Romolite. Let's see. Romolite. We're skirting. We're flanking that one right there. Skirt perimeter, flank asteroid. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try one more. Actually, I want to stay here. Unless that one's really good. So we had a 17. And a nothing. Okay. Yeah, this one will do. It's lined up really good. And then this should do it. This will do it for me. I'll have to go to market and then call it a day here. $13.7. pretty good haul. I think I did like 50 million yesterday. That's looking pretty good there. Okay, and we're done with the other stuff. Let me go over here really quick and redo it with less cargo. Yeah, that'll switch it out. It's like 3 jumps. It's fully doable here.
Raxxla, to the jewel that burns on the brow of the mother of galaxies, to the whisperer in witch space, the siren of the deepest void. The parent's grief, the lover's woe, and the yearning of our vagabond hearts. To Raxxla, alleged toast of the Dark Wheel. The legend of Raxxla has been circulating, in whispers, for centuries. The quest for this mysterious place, the location of which is a deadly secret, was said to be the principal aim of the Dark Wheel, a putative fraternity of legend chasers from the early days of interstellar travel. The earliest recorded mention of Raxxla dates from 2296, from the Journal of Art Tornqvist, a shipboard mechanic based in the Tau Ceti system. He writes, Cora comes home, soused and raving with wild stories, a new one every night. She claims she's found a map to some pirate stash, and all I have to do is loan her my ship so we can go dig it up. Maybe we should go find Raxxla while we're at it. Although Tornqvist's account is the first known attestation of Raxxla, it is clear from context that the myth was already in circulation. It is extremely difficult to find consistency among the various fragmentary rumors of Raxxla.
Extremely difficult. Extremely difficult is not ruling out impossible. In regards to Raxxla. Extremely difficult. Difficult, extremely difficult. Tau Ceti. Tau Ceti. Okay, we probably got a pirate here. Keep the throttle. Shipping lane in. There. Shipping lane. Yeah, there we go. That's a pirate. Nothing on the comms yet. Another one. They're swarming me. Had to back throttle off. Okay. Bok vision. Bok vision is supposedly over 1 million per ton on low temp LTDs. Ah, that's the pirate. Okay. Got a planet here too. Well, let's see. Wow, that is dark. That's very, very nighttime right there. Chuang Kong 1. Oh, lordy. So, we got company. Get back here. You don't know who you're interdicting. Come on. Wait for it. There it is. Planets on the right. Probably the entry mail slot also.
Much like the ancient myths of Atlantis, El Dorado, and the kingdom of Prester John, interpretations of the story range from the skeptical to the outlandish. Raxxla has been suggested to be anything from an unremarkable moon to a state of cosmic enlightenment.
DeLacy, Juliet, Oscar, Sierra. It's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at this facility.
The earliest documented stories tend to agree on several points, however. That Raxxla is a definite place, and that it holds a mystical secret. Several versions of the Raxxla story mention an alien artifact, the Omphilus Rift, described as a gateway or tunnel through which parallel universes can be accessed.
Omphilus Rift?
These details, however, were later shown to bear a striking resemblance to the children's story, Princess Astrophel and the Spiraling Stars, and soon lost credibility. Undaunted, some Raxxla seekers insisted that the story's author had cunningly concealed facts about the mysterious locale in his book, as hints for those with eyes to see. Students of Raxxla lore have noted that the legend exerts a strangely potent fascination on the minds of seekers. Commentators have compared this sensation to Fernway, the uncountable longing for a place one has never seen. More than one interstellar treasure seeker has become obsessed with Raxxla to the exclusion of all other dreams, and spent his or her entire life in a futile search for it. Raxxla also plays a role in several conspiracy theories, most of which attest that it has already been discovered by some kind of sinister...
Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 2-4.
Baal, or Soul Tyrant, which has leveraged its power to establish covert dominance over humanity. Whatever the truth of the matter, one thing remains irrefutable. The legend of Raxxla continues to inspire explorers and conspiracy theorists to this day. The Thargoid.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
This is a flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to land on your assigned pad in a timely manner and refrain from obstructing other docking areas.
Docking successful. Commence power down. Greetings, Commander.
Yeah. $191.
Raxxla. To the jewel that burns on the brow of the Mother of Galaxies. To the whisperer in witch space. The siren of the deepest void. The parent's grief, the lover's woe, and the yearning of our vagabond hearts. To Raxxla. Alleged toast of the Dark Wheel.
Alleged.
The legend of Raxxla has been circulating, in whispers, for centuries. The quest for this mysterious place, the location of which is a deadly secret, was said to be the principal aim of the Dark Wheel, a putative fraternity of legend chasers from the early days of interstellar travel. The
That's all
earliest
hearsay.
recorded mention of Raxxla dates from 2296, from the
Okay.
Journal of Art Tornqvist, a shipboard mechanic based in the Tau Ceti system.
Okay.
He writes, Cora comes home, soused and raving with wild stories, a new one every night. She
Cora.
claims she's found a map to some pirate stash, and all I have to do is loan her my ship so we can go dig it up. Maybe we should go find Raxxla while we're at it.
Cora.
Although Tornqvist's account is the first known attestation of Raxxla, it is clear from context that the
Taurus? Station name Taurus?
myth was already in circulation. It is extremely difficult to find consistency among the
But
various
not
fragmentary
impossible.
rumors of Raxxla, much like the ancient myths of Atlantis,
Okay,
El Dorado,
no.
and the kingdom of Prester John. Interpretations of the story range from the skeptical to the outlandish.
How about my
Raxxla
interpretation?
has been suggested to be anything from an unremarkable moon to a state of cosmic enlightenment. The earliest documented stories tend to agree on several points, however.
Okay.
That Raxxla is a definite place, and that it holds a mystical secret.
Okay.
Several versions of the Raxxla story mention an alien artifact, the Omphilus Rift, described as a
Rift.
gateway or tunnel through which parallel universes can be accessed. These details, however, were later shown to bear a striking resemblance to the children's story, Princess Astrophel and the Spiraling Stars, and soon
Skeptics.
lost credibility. Undaunted,
Skeptics.
some
Okay.
Raxxla seekers insisted that the story's author had cunningly concealed facts about the
Da-da-da-da-da.
mysterious locale in his book, as hints for those with eyes to see. Students of Raxxla lore have noted that the legend exerts a strangely potent fascination on the minds of seekers. Commentators have compared this sensation to Fernway, the uncountable longing.
Leave it at that. Cora. Basically, Cora tells SETI and an agreement of Raxxla being a place linked to a alien artifact that, and you could stop there, but and then there is the speculation part that I'll go with out of all of that is that it's a place linked to an alien artifact that is a gateway portal along that definition, because you have multiple sources with their idea, and from their ideas, from those multiple sources, you have what the narrator said. No, he didn't say coherence. Earliest record. Raxxla. Consistency. Okay, difficult is not impossible. Okay, several mentions. Okay. The earliest documented stories tend to agree on several points. So that's a little bit of coherence there. A definite place that holds a mystical secret. Okay. If you want to call it that. Several versions of the story mention an alien artifact, the Omphilus Rift, described as a gateway or tunnel through which parallel universes can be accessed. That's not even galaxies. Okay, that's universes. Okay. Several versions of the Raxxla story. Stories coming from myths. Okay. So basically, Cora. Cora's spelled with a C. And a mechanic in Talsetti. $22.96. Okay. Of all of that. Okay. Okay, folks. It's gonna be it for today. You know, I mean, I could pull up the galaxy map here. So you've got Talsetti, you've also got Cora. Possibly. Right now we have Cora. Now, whether or not it does anything here is to be determined, and I will... Okay, so it is a location. Okay. What did... am I not supposed to do that? Am I not supposed to type that in? Let's sell the diamonds first, in case this stuff... In case the Federation doesn't want me doing certain stuff here. Let's sell... let's sell the diamonds. Get that out of the way. I didn't see the price come up. Let's get the 191 million. Get that out of the way. Alright. Now. Why would that be so jumpy, you know? So let's book... Well, okay, it's giving me the nearest spelling? Is that right? There's a SETI sectors next to it. But it didn't go to the correct spelling. So there's no system named that. Apparently. That's the girl's name. So the closest link to her name is Karas system. Okay. So we got that. Let's bookmark that. Is it bookmarking? No. Do I have too many bookmarks? Maybe. And then you've got the Talseti system. Okay? With a C. Talseti. I think I spelled it right. Okay. Zachary Hudson, Talseti. I'll remember that. Let's see really quick if I spelled it right. Yeah. Okay. And her Cora. Okay. So rather than go to Cora, because it's not coming up, and look for something that Art Tornquist left behind, it would be go to Talseti and look for something Cora related. Anyway, enough on that. I gotta get going. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Add that. Okay. All right. Have a great day. Stay safe. This is Commander Josky 07. 07, everyone. Thanks for another episode of Gravitate. A little bit more in there than mining. So let's see. That was okay. That was fine. That was okay. So that was turned down. For now, let's bring it up just a little. Try that. Anyway, I know where those settings are. Okay, have a great day. 07. Commander Josky out.